Okay, hello there. My name is Mr. Pearson, and maybe I can get some insight or at least an explanation for this from someone else out there. I have here an open face reel that I frequently use. It's just a medium open face. Says on the spool will hold 100 yards of 6-pound line, which is what I have on here. Okay, the 6-pound line that I have on here is spooled with Berkley's nanofil. Let you look at that real close. Nanofil, and it is 150 yards. Okay, now my question is, I've taken this entire spool and I have spooled this reel with it, and as you can see I have put a Berkley soft bait on here. It's got a little bit of weight in the front, and it will cast quite a ways with the flick of a wrist. Problem is, when I get out here and use this full 150 yard spool just put on there, that's an extra one by the way, at a flick of the wrist it'll go out, I don't know, 40-50 yards, hits the water. I look down and I can see my line through my spool, the bottom of the spool, where you start winding your line around until your spool disappears with line as you're putting more and more on it. And I'm thinking, now how's that possible? So without taking this line completely off of here, I have cut nothing off of here. All I've done is run it through and tie the lure to the end of it. Okay. So taking this out and measuring 100 yards and stretching this out, I'm going to find out exactly how much this is, but my point is that Berkley is stating that it's 150 yards of line on here. Well, I guess my 150 yards is a lot different than their 150 yards. So I'm trying to figure out, if I have 150 yards on here, even if I reared back and really crunched a cast that went 75 yards, okay, by their standards, 150 yards, I'd have 75 yards left on my spool, and I still wouldn't be able to see any metal down through the line that's winding around my spool where I first tied it on. Okay, but I am seeing that. So I wrote Berkley on this exact thing, and have yet, 2 weeks ago, and have yet to get a response from them. So I'm curious if anyone else has the same problem spooling not just Berkley line, but any line out of the package that says it's 150 yards. Okay, I don't think we have to picture too hard how far 100 yards is. It's the length of a football field. So 150 yards therefore is a football field and a half. So I couldn't tie a bowling ball on this thing and throw it 150 yards. So I'm at a loss here as to, I know this is not a true 150 yards. I don't know whether Berkley is cheating people, or this just happened to be a bad spool of 80 yards of 80 yard line that I got a hold of. I don't think so. So anyway, I'm curious as far as who can maybe get another brand new spool of 150 yards or something, or a particular nanofil. And it's an expensive line. This is 1 to 12 pound. I have 6 pound here, but it's it'd run you basically 20 bucks for 150 yards. 300 yards, and you're going to run you twice that'll run you around $35–40. So I did put some of these on my other lines, on my other reels like this, before I realized that when I first went out and tested this and threw it, how am I able to see the spool? I should still have a lot of line wrapped on this spool, and I don't. So that bothers me. So you can add something to this, or give me a response to it. Let me know what you think. Other than that, sayonara.